Hello. I am a lot later than normal. And a lot of people are in here, and we have a lot to talk about. So, let's get started. First and foremost, let me swap over to the main here. We've got a couple of Game Boy Advances that we're doing today. We're going to do an all pink one with matching pink buttons, or at least as close to matching as I possibly can get. And then we have a Super Nintendo themed Game Boy Advance. The buttons will be purple, just like the thumbnail, and it comes in this Super Nintendo themed box. And it'll look a lot like you just bought a console in 1991. If you bought this and not a Sega Genesis. Anyways, I don't know why I put that all back in the box, because we're going to need it out in a minute, but if you're on the Discord, or the one person I responded to in the comment an hour ago, you will know that we're not just adding Game Boy Advances to the lineup today. Obviously, we still have this macro here. It's the only one that's stayed in stock through all of this. But last night, I made not one. Let me move this stuff over for now. Not one, not two, but 3 Game Boys for anybody to purchase. This is like this. I don't know why it's blown out, but it's just a bit brighter than the mod mat. It's probably because it's trying to match this brightness. Yeah. But those are the 3 Game Boys up for sale. Well, I was about to say right now. I'm going to let them live right now. So, if you're interested in a Game Boy Pocket or DMG, I'm adding them to the website right now. The link in the description will not take you directly to either of these, but retroremaster.com. If one of my mods wants to kindly add links or just a generic link to the website in the chat, that'd be awesome. They should all now be live. So, let me know if I accidentally didn't get those in the right spot on the website like last time. But that's what you can choose from at the moment. Let me end this poll that I made because I didn't know what else to do for a poll, but it is extremely even for such a silly little question. Number 2 wins by 1%. 1 vote. 1 is just the loneliest number, but first is the worst. Never mind. Alright, let's say hello to everybody that is in here. We have 25 viewers currently and 16 likes. I feel like we can get those numbers up. We got Lazzy Koala. I'm assuming it's lazy just with an extra Z, but I'm going to go with Lazzy. DC, Jovi, that guy, Brennan. I'm just going to call you Brick. Nick, Nov? I would go with Nov as in November. I am not sure. If you want to correct me, you can do that. Downright Spiffy, Paul, Pete, T, Indy, Jose, and Philip. How you guys doing? Hello. Welcome back. Feels good to be back, even though this has been a normal amount of time. Alright. So, I'm gonna... Everybody with the funny names are coming out today. Hello, Obese Gazelle. And Shadow the Ghost. Alright. That guy. I have to say it like that. That guy. Alright. Perfect. So, there's one other little surprise that I have for today's stream. So, if we're fast enough, and that's why we're gonna do both at the same time here. If we're fast enough, I will do an extra third Game Boy Advance. So, for those who don't like when I do 2 Game Boys at a time, well, that is why we're going fast. So we can do a third one, potentially. Because I feel like I need to be doing as many Game Boys as I can on stream. I don't like making them off camera, but then I also don't like the idea of just going live randomly at midnight on a Sunday, on Easter Sunday of all Sundays. So, if we're fast enough, yes, you guys are a part of this. If you guys keep distracting me, then it's gonna be slow. We have tons of influence. The days where you guys ask a bunch of questions or get rowdy, it slows me down. But you can still ask questions and stuff. I do like the questions. Caleb Davis, I wouldn't say your name's boring. I'd say your name is pretty common. Not quite John Smith or John Appleseed as other places use, which I have never met anyone whose last name is Appleseed. So I don't know why that's like the autofill thing or whatever, the examples that some companies give. I'm guessing it's like a famous person, maybe. That's why they do it. But get rowdy, yeah. Like the dog. If anybody understands what dog I'm talking about, then I like you. It's from my favorite show of all time. Okay. I would not want to get a dog like Rowdy, though. Where do you get the systems from? Thank you, DC. I like you. Alright. But, where do I get my systems from? I don't really like to share that. That's like the one piece of information I like to keep to myself. So my spiel is, I've said bits and pieces of it before, so if you really want to know, you can watch back every stream ever on the VODs channel, and you'll probably be able to figure it out. But even then, most people aren't going to want to buy systems the way I do, because it's a lot of money at once. Gosh darn it. It's a good deal, but it's a lot of money at once. Goodness gracious. Ugh. Dude, this is... Why is this screw so tight? Because at this point, I just realized that I need to get rid of the one Phillips screw down there. It's not annoying at all, but at this point, with how much I'm selling, I definitely shouldn't be telling people how I get the most... I wouldn't say it's the most expensive part. I don't know. Depending on the model, it's about on par with the IPS kits with my discount rates. But I would say, yeah, the IPS kits are probably the most expensive parts. What's the best screen for the GBA? The one I'm using is my favorite, but best is pretty subjective. Why will the screw not come out? There we go. Doesn't really matter why. Anyways, it's pretty subjective because all the IPS kits are gonna look relatively the same. If you want to look at my laminated IPS, or is it laminated? No. The most recent tutorial I did, the drop-in one, the easiest SP mod. That video, at the end I kind of show all of the Game Boy mod kits. Not all of them are on because a lot of them were dead and I needed the shot quickly. But I showed a lot of the Game Boy models, or mod kits on, and the only real difference between them is like maybe a couple millimeters of size, depending on if it's drop-in or these ones are slightly bigger. But they're all gonna be about twice the pixel density of the original, and they're all gonna look good compared to the original, and the only real difference is color temperature. Some of them have a warmer hue and some of them have a cooler hue, and it's not something you would ever notice unless you were you had them all in one sitting. You wouldn't be like playing a new Game Boy and be like, man, this is oddly like cool or oddly warm. It's not that noticeable. So unless it's like going for the ITA kit or a TFT kit, color is going to be the same. These kits get the brightest, but then if you're more of a playing in the dark under the covers kind of person, then you might want to go for the funny playing one, because that doesn't get as bright, but it also gets dimmer than this one does, so it'll be less eye blinding at night. But if you want to play it on the go in the sun, you're probably going to want to go with this one. They're exactly the same kit though. The laminated kits are different now. There is one more kit that I haven't looked at that they've got sitting over here that I want to do a video on soon. So yeah, but there are a ton of them that have their own differences, but they're negligible. So whatever fits the system you want to put it in. If you want to drop in, go for the drop in. If you want to get a whole new shell and stuff, and it's pre-trimmed for this stuff, I would go for something like this. If you really want a laminated one, go for a laminated one. But I had troubles with the GBA laminated one, and I've had troubles with the SP TV out kit. So hopefully that answers. Oh yeah, but no matter what, you can use code JAKE to save 5 to 10% at RGRS, Retromodding, Zed Labs, and Extreme Rate. Boom. Alright, we've got 2 of these ready to go. Are both these 40 pin? Yes. I don't like systems that are 32 pin. It's annoying. But anywho, let us get the soldering going. Man, it's been a long time since I've done a non-SP advance. Again, if you're arriving late, I will re-advertise for a second. Not advertising Pepsi, but I'll do it again. No, this is kind of the midway point, not really, but I made these 2 pockets last night that you can find on the website, retroremastered.com. And you can also get this guy right here, a clear black DMG. I went with the gray because 1, it's easier, and 2, I mean, clear black is pretty much gray anyways. Also, it doesn't really show up on the pictures, or even, there we go. It does have the Game Boy writing on it. I just want to point that out. But it's all stealthy, so. Those are available now. They were just dropped about 10 minutes ago, and this is still available if you want a macro. And if we're fast, we'll do a third Game Boy Advance today. That will be Extreme Rate, actually, speaking of them. So. There we go. Thank you, DC. My DSi has overly cool screen to the point it needs to be replaced. I haven't really done too much with DSIs since I had one as a kid. But also, I think I'm gonna go back to my old ways. My mom is asking if you ask a good enough question and I miss it, my parents will text me to say, "Hey, you should answer that question." So, let's see who was saved by my mom. What usually happens to the shells with good condition from Indy? I do ship to Europe. As long as you're not like, if you know that you're a if you know that you're a country that is hard to ship to, then the answer is no. But if you're in any of the major and even semi-major European countries, and you're not like off the coast of a very tiny country that you're off the coast of that people never heard of, that's something that I'm probably not going to ship to. But even something like Andorra that I didn't even know about until a couple weeks ago because I saw it in the Ludwig video, that's probably something I can ship to because it's in the middle of the landlocked Europe. So yeah, I was not about to swear. I noticed that right when I stopped. I'm like, bad word to stop on. I was gonna say ship for reals. Anyways. Okay. Are you from the Netherlands? I've had a lot of people from, well, actually, I think it was just the same guy twice that ordered stuff from the Netherlands. But I do ship to there. You're good there. Anywho, as I was starting to say, before my mother texted me, I'm going back to the old ways of soldering because if you are new around here or just don't pay that much attention, I used to solder L and R to these posts because I always thought it was easier, and that's just the way I learned. And then people were like, "Oh, you should do the test pads, do the test pads, do the test pads." So I was soldering to the test pads. And then I was having a couple issues with one you'll see in a video, and another one was on a customer's Game Boy. Like, yeah, no, I don't want this to happen again and again and again and again. So what my issue is, and why I'm going back to soldering to these posts, I'm still gonna solder to TP2 because I don't really have another option there. But these chips right here, I'll zoom in. These chips, with that one, there we go. These chips right here, this is where you solder one of these three. It's this one right here, the top one. TP8 is where you solder to for R or R. Anyways, you soldered here, and so the wire goes across here to get to the middle to get it out of there. And it's already annoying to maneuver around these two holes here. This isn't a screw hole, but this one is. This is still something that you don't want to get your wire pinched on. So I had them go over here. And then you don't want it to go across here because you don't want it to get in the way of the plastic that presses down the R button. So this was pretty much my only option, was going through here. Plus you also don't want it to get pinched on the light pipe right there, because those are the charging, or not charging, the low power and full power LEDs. So that's really my only option, other than I guess I could go around this way, but at that point it's just a little bit of a hassle that I don't really care to do. But the problem was going over these chips. Then once everything is sandwiched down, you've got a lot of pressure on this wire in between these chips, and then it was shorting to these chips and constantly pressing down the R button, which messed me up in a video, and I didn't even know it, and then it was going wrong with the customer. So we're going back to the old ways. It doesn't really affect anybody, but I wanted to say my piece. One, so you guys know why I'm not doing that, and two, in case you're having the same problem, you're like, why does my R button keep being pressed down constantly? That might be why. And I haven't had the same issue with L, but I'm just gonna do both that way, because why not? So yeah, it doesn't really make a difference where you solder to. It can be slightly faster soldering to all the test pads, but I'd rather have to not go in the Game Boy ever again, because I got it right the first time, than to have it be faster the first time. Alright, back to soldering. Hello, Remy. Oh, also, well, other way. New soldering iron. New, old. It's the new model of the old soldering iron that I've been using. The TS-101, according to this badge. I like it. I don't have to use colored pencils to keep the cord straight. But one thing that sucks about it is it's not nearly as fast to get hot. Like my old one, it's just like instant. You need it 300 degrees. Wait 2 seconds, please. This is like, I don't know, it's probably like 10 seconds. But still, it's like, man, the other one was so fast. It was so nice. But the biggest and best thing that I cared about the most was I have the tip I like again, and it works. Feels good to be back. Okay, so same rules still apply. L sticks out to the right. Oops. And then, well, R sticks out to the left. And select sticks back out, whoa, to the right. That's not the best. Where are my tweezers? Why am I not using those? Oh yeah, that's why. I broke my tweezers again. Not as bad as the last time I broke them, but one tip is shorter than the other. Can you just solder well? Thank you. Guess I should have gotten both kits out. I was just so distracted with talking. Hello, Meowlin Lee. 3DS is becoming expensive really quickly. Probably because everyone wants to mod it now that everybody knows about it. Which I don't know how people don't know about modding a 3DS if you like Nintendo, or you just play Nintendo games all the time. But yeah, the secret to buying a 3DS is buy a Japanese one if you plan on modding it. if you plan on modding it. If you're wanting to use your actual cartridges, probably not buy a Japanese one. But you can change the language. It is region locked, but you can change the language. I don't know if you can remove the region lock with modding. You might be able to. But also, if you're just planning on using game backups, I use that term very loosely, game backups. I guess they're backups no matter what. Anyways, if you're planning on doing that, then a Japanese 3DS will let you play all of those American or any region games, and it's a lot cheaper. So. Plus, I believe there's some pretty cool exclusive special editions in Japan. Oh, I need to sneeze. Okay, you can change the region. Okay, I know you can change the language, but I should know if you could change the region lock. Yes, with custom firmware. With custom firmware. Alright. And I think I missed it pop up. If it popped up in the corner, I'm sorry. But I am so sorry. I do not know how to say your name. And I don't even begin to know how to say it. But the DMG was purchased. Thank you very much. Hey. Not used to seeing check marks in chat. Thank you. That's really nice. What do you do on YouTube? I hope I don't offend you because I don't know who you are, but I see the check mark and I'm interested. Okay. Miguel. Hey Jake, I'm out of my first GVC and I don't know why the screen is turning off or my games just freeze. Did you trim those the cart posts? Like, oh, hold up. Like these guys here. If you, I know it's a Game Boy Advance, but if you don't trim these down on the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Pocket, which I'm glad you said that. I don't know if it's actually the problem you have, but when I was working on Game Boy Pockets this weekend, I can confirm I am not crazy. Trim your cart slot pins on those, on the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Pocket if you're gonna mod it, because I was having shorts out the wazoo. So please trim those. That might be your problem, because when those cart slot pins rest on the like these boards, then it'll short and be not good. But also cover it with Kapton tape if you have it. It's relatively cheap to get a roll of Kapton tape on Amazon. It's like less than $10. It should be, at least. Alright, I'm gonna stop waving around the soldering iron and continue with this. You can zoom out a little bit too. Play Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in a long time. Been missing the OG video games recently. Came across your channel. Nice. At what point do you get the check mark? I don't think I have one of those. feel like that's at least 100,000 subscriber thing. Okay. I don't even think Austin had a check mark when he's been in here, or the This Is channel. But I don't know if Matt usually joins on his Matt Ancini. I assume we find Japanese 3DS on eBay. Yes. eBay is pretty nice, especially like nowadays. Shipping, I mean, I'm guessing for maybe a smaller order from Japan, it might not be as fast, but shipping times from Japan are like near prime. Sometimes I'm still waiting on an SD card from Amazon, and it's been like a week. Prime my butt. Let's start cleaning up a little bit here. I've got crap everywhere. 100,000 subscribers. Soon. Very soon. If it keeps going up at the rate it is, that is my goal for the end of the year, which is a bit lofty since I just hit 50K in December, but you never know. Alright. Let's see here. We got all this soldering done so we can start clipping this in. I don't know why this one's always the one that's hard for me to do. There we go. What are your favorite games to play on GBA? I mean, obviously, Pokemon is great. I really, really like the Metroid games on Game Boy Advance. I think they're some of the best in the series. I like Zero Mission a little bit more than Fusion, but Fusion's also really good. I liked Nightmare in Dreamland, and I'm hoping to play Amazing Mirror soon, because I have that now. I don't know, there's so many good games on there. Of course, you have all the remakes of all the... Oh, my batteries are done charging. I was like, I don't know if you guys heard it, but there was a beep, 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 beep. That was my rechargeable batteries. But yeah, there's so many good games on GBA. No, don't ask anyone if they saw the Mario movie. I don't want to be spoiled. I haven't seen it yet. I saw John Wick instead on Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. Okay. Shell time. Wait, no, not shell time. Close. So many movies out right now that I want to watch, and me and my friend are gonna go watch another movie on Saturday, and I don't know what I want to watch yet, because we just watched John Wick. Before I got sick, we were originally gonna watch Creed 3, and then so I still want to watch that. I want to watch Air. I think it's called Air, the Nike movie. I want to watch the Mario movie. I think there was another one. The Bob Ross one, I'll probably wait till it's not in theaters, but I'm kind of interested in the Bob Ross one. I think Owen Wilson is an interesting person to play. Interesting casting for Bob Ross, but Mario movie GBA port would be fun. I feel like someone has to do that, right? I feel like that Bob Wolf is going to do that. Maybe I'll steal that and I'll do it. Okay. Now we can flip her over. And it's, yeah, okay. See? What's nice is you can flip it over and it's still R's on the left and, or the correct wires are on the correct spots. And if I remember correctly, it is the second leftmost post on both sides. It is not mirrored. It is the same. Also, no, I can't. Never mind. I was gonna. Oh, we can do the unboxing of the cards. My Scott the Woz stuff is supposed to come today. I'm very excited. I was gonna say I could open the SNES and Genesis cartridges, but those are gonna be shorts, so I'm not gonna do that on live. I guess I could. Nah. I think I'd like to do it in a short and not rip it from a live stream, you know? I don't know. Because sometimes just doing it like nice and sloppy is what people would rather see. But I kind of want to do it fancy because it's got the Woz. Okay. Erwin, how you doing? How was Easter? I guess, I don't know. Easter, with the Easter Bunny, I feel like a lot more people celebrate it. But I feel like that is more of a religious holiday. It's not more of a religious holiday than Christmas, but like, I feel like you can understand what I'm trying to say by that. I feel like less people celebrate Easter than Christmas. Hallmark doesn't have as much of a grip on Easter. But anyways, if you celebrate it, I hope you had a nice Easter or Passover. I honestly don't know what Passover is, but I think that was also Sunday. Maybe that's just another word for Easter. I don't know. Anyways, how often do you live stream for mods? That's like the only thing I do on live stream. Besides the members only streams that I did game stuff for, I think that's the only. I've only streamed mods. Well, at least since I've been doing this kind of stuff. A long time ago, I didn't do mods. I did just regular tech reviews, and even before that, I tried making it as a gaming YouTuber, playing Rocket League. And I suck at Rocket League. Eventually, I did hit champ, but that was in Rumble. All my Rocket League people will know. I have not seen the Mario movie. It's about to speak for everybody, saying we have not. We just talked about it, is what I meant to say. I don't want to be spoiled. Okay. 67 people in here. Did anybody get clickbaited thinking that I was making a portable SNES? The real questions I need to be asking. Alright. Let's start with the pink shell, because it's not in a box currently. that. I'm gonna take another drink because I'm getting thirsty. Yeah, but I stayed anyways. Thank you. I don't like to clickbait too much, but it is kind of fun to do little things like that. These stickers are just not good for... Oh, I just got really excited, actually. Never mind. I'm not going to complain anymore. These are the old school... This is the old school shell that I really, really miss. Because it actually has 3 posts on the side and on the bottom. So it just lines up. Oh, thank you. I didn't even know that there's any stock of these anywhere. Maybe pink's not that common of a color anymore. Okay, this just doesn't line up at all. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to grab my scissors. So I cut it in half, and now I'm realizing that I want the other side peeled. So we're gonna do it like that, and just worry about sticking everything down on this side. Because it's honestly just too big to fit on this side and over here. So that should be plenty of sticky. Plus with the foam, it should keep it locked in. Okay? Okay. Peel that. I think I still managed to make it crooked. But with less tape, it should make it easier to take it out. So I will quickly test it. I'm also gonna just quickly put the screen lens on. Because it'll be easier to actually see the lineup. Okay. Now get our batteries out. Tweezers, turn it on. That's not good. Oh. Anybody else notice it? Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. Is there a scan lines option for this version? No, not that I'm aware of. And personally, I'm okay with that. I don't like scan lines. Look, last week I averaged 5 hours of sleep. I'm gonna say something embarrassing that I asked Natalie about. Hey man, at least I don't burn any test pads. What? I thought that I broke one of the pockets on Saturday, and in reality, I just had some dead batteries because they just died. I'm like, what? There's a short. Nope, the batteries just died. Instead of telling Natalie, I'm like, is there a reason why the pocket wouldn't work on battery power, but it works with the cord? She's like, it might be the fuse. And I'm like, huh. Then I decided, why don't I try a different set of batteries? And it worked. The screw posts are fine, but I am cursed by pink shells. Okay. So it is straight, it's just, it could stand to be a little to the left. Can I push the screen lens over that way? I think it would be better for me to push the screen lens that way. Because I don't even think... there's no more room. There's no room on that side, so it has to be a screen lens issue. I will try replanting the screen lens when we're done here. Okay. The light tube's actually already installed because I did that yesterday because the shell came with buttons in it, and it was the buttons and the screws in one bag, and so I dumped all the buttons, and I was like, hey, why don't I just put the light pipe in now, so I don't forget that. Okay. You need to do a pink GBA when the Barbie movie comes out. Why don't I just do a Barbie one? Because I feel like, if anything, this would just be what I would do for the Barbie movie. Look, if Margot Robbie wants a Game Boy, I will make her a Game Boy. I mean, the majority of that cast, I would gladly make a Game Boy for them. I think Will Ferrell's even in it. There's like a lot of names in the Barbie movie. I'm very interested to see what that's about, because like, you think Barbie, I think like children's toy, but then I see the cast, I'm like, there's no way this is a children's movie. But it also seems semi-branded towards it. Okay. Membranes. Hello, Yoshi. I've been good. Tired, but good. Missing some things, but good. I hope it does well. I don't know if it's something I'm gonna be like, opening night, I'm there. but I would probably watch it. I just really like movies. I would consider myself a movie buff. Okay. Boom. I'm not used to doing the soldering at this point. It's kind of weird. I'm also not used to doing this upside down. Goodness. Okay. There we go. Everything clicks in. Time is it? We're 52 minutes in. Definitely gonna need to plug in my laptop. Oh, it's one of those where they have a little tri-wing screwdriver or screw for the black replacement. That's still the tri-wing one. Why is it so much shorter though? Those black screws are not short. Okay, let's... Just gonna grab a piece of Kapton tape to secure this wire down. Okay, and then we've got it wrapped around the capacitor, so that's nice and neat. I too am a neat guy. Pulling out all the references today. Joe, welcome. Boomer Rawlings. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Glad to catch the stream today. Hope you're having a great Monday to start off the week. I am. I hope you are too. Okay. Jake will definitely be there with a box of popcorn and a Barbie cosplay. Honestly, the Barbie cosplay is more likely than the popcorn. I don't mind popcorn. I don't mind it, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I gotta get popcorn at the theater. I think popcorn theater's the best kind of popcorn. Or theater popcorn. Theater popcorn's the best. swap back over the Tri-Wing. Because this guy's now a Tri-Wing. I'm not a big fan of the Guardians, but the other two can't miss. You talking about of the Galaxy? I love the Guardians. Oh, Erwin's comment. I didn't see Erwin's comment. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sad that this is going to be the last one, at least by James Gunn, but probably the last one, because I know Dave Bautista's done after this one, which is understandable. I wouldn't want to get in all that makeup every time. I mean, for a lot of money, probably, maybe. Honestly, just to be on a movie in Marvel, I'd probably do it. But I don't quite have Drax's physique, so I don't know if I could replace him. I'm not a huge Transformers fan. Or like TMNT is just like, I'm sure I'd like both of them if I like gave them a shot, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. But like the Transformers trailer did look cool when I saw it in the theater the other day. Not gonna lie about that, but I mean, when do Transformers not look cool? Okay. Just had to fix a couple of things there. And batteries. Let's test everything first to make sure before I peel off this peel, because there is like a tiny bit of a gap on this right side where I can scoot the screen lens over, and that'll help. A and B are good, R and L are good, start and select, right, left, down, and up. Everything is good. Either I flipped them, which is fine, or I just am not remembering it correctly. So R will make it lower and L will raise it on this one. There's absolutely no difference whatsoever. If you have those flipped, it's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to make anything worse or better. I have a feeling that one wasn't tight. There we go. Okay. But yeah. If you buy this one, it might be flipped. Okay. Man, I really wish that these were like a light pink. I just don't have any. I don't even know if they make them. Okay. It still looks awesome. We can do the peel. And then we can get out this. Because there's the tiniest, let's see. Not all the screen lenses line up perfectly because, like, I think this screen lens was made from a different company than the shell. So unless they make the exact same dimensions, it's not going to line up. But there's a tiny bit of a gap where I can put my fingernail along there. And I think I pushed it up against this side, which would make sense. So if I push it up against the other side, the screen will be more centered. which I should say, oh, oops. It is okay to lift these up. I'm gonna get rid of dust there. It is okay to lift those screen lenses up with the proper tools like that, but I would highly recommend. That's so much better. Still not perfect, but unless you have a black screen lens, you're gonna see those borders. So it's just something you have to deal with if you want anything other than a black screen lens. But anywho, that is as best I can get that. So we'll list that real quick. But you can pop these off with a suction cup tool like this. Be careful. Learned a very important lesson the other day. If it's not a tempered glass screen lens, it will shatter on you. If the especially if you have a really strong double-sided tape on it, there's a strong adhesive, it'll just shatter. So I recommend using heat with it, unless you know absolutely for sure that it is tempered glass, but I would just use heat anyways. So yeah. Okay. Do you anticipate streaming these builds consistently going forward? I didn't see too many old VODs. Yes, I have. I've been bad about adding to the VODs channel. I think I have the music too loud. Hold on. I've been using my laptop to play Scrubs before I go to bed, so I don't have it set at the right volume. Anyways. Yes, I'm bad about adding things to the VOD channel, but they are on there. Just because, I mean, before it got really messy and I didn't like how it looked on my channel, and for the back end stuff, it's still messy if I leave a bunch of VODs up there, so I actually delete them from the channel when they're done. I'll unlist it just in case anybody's still in the middle of one. Give them like a couple days to finish it up. But I'll delete it from the channel so it's cleaner on the back end for me. And yeah, it's all on the VOD channel except for the most recent ones, but it'll either be on the VOD channel or on the main channel at any given time. There have been like a couple I've deleted over the years. Wow, it's actually been years now. Anyways, I'm gonna list this guy right here. This will be, I believe, 175. So, if you're wanting a more budget one, because there's no print on it, then you can grab this pretty in pink Game Boy Advance. Let's see. When was the last time I did a Game Boy Advance that wasn't printed on? I feel like it's been a long time. Or one that hasn't been TV out. Goodness gracious. Okay. There we go. This will work. Making the listing now, so if you want it, link in the description. And take a picture. And set as active. There you go. It is now up for sale. Okay. Enjoying another day-long migraine. Oof. But I did recently finish my first playthrough of Minish Cap. I have not finished a single Zelda game ever. Not once. I want to try it. I like Breath of the Wild. I just didn't finish it. I got stuck and then I got lost and then I stuck on a boss and then I got lost. So I kind of just gave up on that one. Okay. We are not moving very fast. But time for the main event. This comes with stickers pre-applied, and actually I need to put this on the other Game Boy. So I'll put it over there for now. Researching what fully GBA mod to buy, and I'm not sure where or what. Well, all the places that use code Jake you can save money on, and you can also trust all of those places because I trust them. If you trust my opinion, then you can trust Zed Labs Retro Modding and Retro Game Repair Shop. They're all relatively the same. Some have different stock than others, and some are in different places than others. One's in Canada, one's in Rhode Island, I think, and one's in the UK somewhere. I don't really know the UK, so I can't get more specific than that. But they're all awesome, and they all ship to America, and I believe they all ship to pretty much anywhere internationally. So really just personal preference or best price at that point. Yeah. But all the GBA mods are pretty good. I don't really have a problem with any of them. Like I said earlier in the stream, it really just comes down to color temperature and what you want for your build. If you want something that is a drop-in, so you can use it on an original shell, or just any special edition shell, which is still an original shell, then get a drop-in kit. Get whatever looks nicest or easiest for you. It's going to look great. It's going to be a heck of a lot better than the original screen. Okay. Speaking of screens, let's stick this down. I think I'm going to do the cut thing once again, where I just do this side. But this side I feel like I can do the full thing. Sorry, I needed some concentration there. There we go. Okay. Now we can stick that screen down. And I believe we want to stick it down in the top left, if I remember correctly. So okay, looks good to me. Okay, let's see here. This is left. That goes to the left. Okay, so maybe I just got the other one mixed up. Alright, let's put the buttons in. Whew. Okay. B, A. I don't need to do that yet, but I'll put those on the correct sides. And foam. Realizing that I haven't put my screen lens on yet. Alright, flipping back over to the Phillips head. Nope, gosh darn it. I guess I don't need to hold that down anymore. I don't do a ton with my LCT screwdriver because I don't, like, it's not really necessary. It's a little overkill for something like a Game Boy because it's massive. But for big things in consoles, like home consoles, it's fantastic. But the thing I use it for the most is just for the magnet, because this thing is super strong, and it helped me find this. Helped me grabbed it. It helped me grabbed it. But what's also nice is when I'm done and I don't need any of these screws. Okay, they're all on here. All the screws from those two Game Boys. Boom. One big pile. I can do whatever I need with them. Love it. But then again, you could just get a magnet instead of a $70 screwdriver. But it's also a really good screwdriver. We got the latest Pokemon Scarlet version. It's not as bad as people say it is. If it lives in a vacuum as a portable game, it's legit fun. I hate the hate comes from being a AAA Nintendo release. It's like, I'm sure that they've improved it since launch. I didn't have that many issues. There were definitely some issues. I don't want to say that issues people were having were invalid. I mean, if there was like an actual glitch in there, like, yeah, it makes sense to complain about it, but I didn't experience anything personally that was so bad that it was unplayable. I grinded that game as much as I could. It was so much fun. Honestly, one of the best Pokemon games yet. Hello, Gerard. They have not. Okay, so it's still not in the best state. But it's fun. Okay. And I saved this piece of tape. I cut an extra one because I knew we were going to be doing another one. Okay. And are we already ready for the back half? Feels like we flew through the second one. I put the light pipe in, right? Oh, I need to put the screen lens on. Light pipe is installed. Sick. That one fit like a glove. Dang it. LTTstore.com. Currently bringing my fire crocodile, and also leveling up my Gyarados. Nice. I went with the water one. I think I went with Wax Lead. I believe. I feel like if anything, this is the one I probably should have tested. I don't have a replacement screen lens for this one. I have replacement screens, but well, I have screens I can rip out of other mod kits. Is there someone else in the chat named James? There's DJ Ames. But hello from Jake. I'm with Erwin, RGRS, code Jake, new DMG screen, good stuff. I like to hear it. Okay. Okay. Hello, DJ Pilu. I almost missed that one. I try and at least say hi to everybody. I don't know if I said hi to Gerard. I remember saying in my mind, I'm like, is that Gerard? And then I don't know if I actually said hello. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna grab my charger before we test this. Make it a little suspenseful. Okay. Which, by the way, if you're wanting a shirt that's Pokemon, I mean, potentially a Pokemon, but with a Ditto face, RetroRemaster.com. I almost said LTT store. You're good. At first I was like, okay, maybe they're saying hello to someone else. But did you time yourself? Because that was super quick. Well, it was faster for sure than the first one, but I mean, I had done a lot of the prep work at the same time for the two. I don't know. Keep the suspense going and do a little cleanup. Okay. Batteries. Oh, I missed a plastic baggie. Oh well. What time is it at my place? It is 1:35 in the afternoon. And it's a great place. My place is Oregon, by the way. But great time for me to mention to someone specifically in the audience, do we have time for an extra one? There we go. Of course, it's slightly crooked. A, B, right, left, down, up, R, L. Start and select. Okay. I just got it backwards the first time. DJ Ames. If he's not responding, then that means it's a little busy. Maybe Mom. Do we have time for another one? Is it? I don't think it's crooked enough to be worth going back into it. So. Cool. If you were wanting this guy, if you were wanting this one, I'm going to list it on the website right now. And actually, I should have pictures of this exact one from times before. Yes? Alright. It says Dennis Simmons, but that is my mother. Still need to fix that. Okay. We got time for an extra. Let us search products SNES. Yeah, everything looks good there. Okay. On archive, active. I don't think there's any difference in the picture, so we can set it live. I didn't get any extra fancy pictures on it, so there you go. It should be live now. And it's actually in the right collection. Cool. I'm going to double check that almost every time now. Alright. So, just to do a little recap, we have this guy right here. We have this guy right here, which I'm gonna put the sticker on real quick. And while recapping, this sticker doesn't line up at all. I'm going to use a different one. That's a terrible cut. I just realized that, like, it's oversized. Okay. This one looks undercut. It's better than overcut. better. Okay. We've got... Hold up. We don't have this one anymore. It is sold to Kramer. How you doing? Thank you for your purchase. This will be sent out shortly. But put that off to the side. We have this guy right here. We have this other pink guy right here. This pocket and this pocket. So, if you're wanting any and all of these Game Boys, they are currently available on the website, retroremaster.com. And, yeah. There's that. But, whoa. Since DJ Aim said no need to come to the farm today, build and sell, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build another one right here, right now. It's a surprise quick one. Just one more. And, close that up. Surprise quick one, and it's going to be a quick one because it's already disassembled. I'm going to continue to clean up a little bit more. But the reason why this Game Boy is already torn down, just a motherboard, is because I stole its shell for a project last week. If you have not watched Friday's video, I highly recommend it. Worked very hard on it. Stayed up very late working on building this and editing and all that stuff. Really would appreciate it if you checked it out. And I think if you like this content, you're gonna love the video. But this is a Game Boy Advance controller, an actual controller for the Switch that I made. And I wanted a nice clean shell that was this color, and I had to steal it from this guy. So he's been naked for a while, and we're gonna cover him up with this Extreme Rate shell that I don't remember ever buying. I'm gonna go check real quick to see if the mail is here. Nope, I don't know what she's barking at. Or growling at, I should say. She hasn't barked. Already watched it twice. Well, thank you. I've watched it several times. Any Game Boy Colors coming by any chance? I am either going to do it on Wednesday or either sometime this week or sometime next week. I promise. I want to wait until I get a little more stock, but I should actually no. Yeah. Okay. Truth be told, I might do an extra stream on Tuesday. Depends on what I can get done today after the stream, and depends on how much more we sell overnight. But if I do an extra stream tomorrow, I would still stream on Wednesday, assuming everything's fine. And so we do Game Boy Colors and then Game Boy Advance SPs one day. If not, we'll do either Colors or SPs on Wednesday, and then come Monday we'll do the other one. Okay? Cool. But still not sure about streaming tomorrow. If I have as much inventory as I had yesterday post dinner, then we'll probably stream on Tuesday. Which that means if we just have one Game Boy left or less, then I'll probably do streams tomorrow. Okay. The fun part about Extreme Rate is you get to put everything together. And I say that with a bit of sarcasm because I don't like putting it all together. I feel like some of it should not be up to us. But that's alright. Please do not be a non-pre-trimmed shell. It should be a pre-trimmed shell. Cool, it is. Okay. I'm pretty sure we need to trim this. Pretty sure. Where's my screen kit? Oh, also, I'm actually going to use a different screen kit. Because this other one, while extremely similar, has the correct screen lens in it. Because these screen lenses are not equipped for this. So, okay. I'm gonna debag everything. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this is a new change. I don't know if it is a new change. Maybe it's just for this model. And if it is a new change and they listen to me, thank you. These screws, at least in other extreme rate stuff, the screws used to come in the same bag as the screwdriver, and all the time it would go flying everywhere because this bag is not as easy to open as this bag. So I don't know why this is the only bag that's not a Ziploc. Probably because they just buy these like this and then throw them in their boxes. But still. No, if they put their own screws in it, then they wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know why I'm opening this. I'm not going to use it. Okay. Anyways. Now that I'm done complaining about that. I really like extreme rate stuff. There's just still things I have complaints about. That's okay. I just complain about them until they fix them, and then I praise them for it. For listening to me. Like this. I think besides yeah, I think this is really my only problem left with them. If the screws come in a separate bag now, this is my only other problem with them. I would like to see the bags condensed a little bit, but that's not a huge issue. Just throw all the trash on the ground for now. Just install this in the freaking back half, please. Every other shell will come with it installed already. So it'd be great if they just did that. And like, really, you couldn't install the two pieces for the battery terminals, but oh well. When it's all said and done, it is a very high quality shell that I highly recommend. If there's anything you like from Extreme Rate, grab it. Just sucks that there's extra steps, and it's really only an issue for someone like me who's on their third Game Boy in the past hour and a half and would like it to be a little speedier. But oh well. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. Okay. Now I have to find the even smaller Phillips heads. You don't need to put all four in, but I just don't want to accidentally put the wrong screw in for the motherboard later. I think they Oh yeah, there's usually an extra. I'm forgetting that. So I guess I really didn't need to. I just need to separate them. How many extra Phillips heads are there? Okay. That is one thing that a lot of other companies won't do, is give you extra screws. Extreme rate, there's your positive. Okay. Let's see real quick, actually. I have a thought. There's 61 people in here currently. And, oh, never mind. We have 64 likes. Good job, guys. But if you haven't hit that like button, you should, you know? Oops, my finger slipped. Dang it. Oh, man. My finger slipped and I hit that add button. Oh, man. Darn it. Ah. Don't you hate when that happens? Your finger slips and you hit the insert ad button on YouTube when you're live streaming to 61 people. That's what I should do every time someone asks if or where I get my Game Boys. I should hit the insert ad button and then say it really quick, and so only people who have YouTube Premium will know. But then they could say it in chat, and then there's probably a lot of people who have YouTube Premium. Anyways. I still think I'm funny. I did not catch that. Okay. Wires over there. All of this stuff. Go. Over there. For now. Just want to get more trash going. What ad did you guys get? For those who got an ad, and for those with YouTube Premium, have you been confused this whole time? Or maybe you just didn't get an ad and you don't have YouTube Premium. This is another one of those things where it's like, you can just remove all this yourself. Yes, was very confused. Did anybody get an ad? Personalized ads are off, so mine was in Spanish. Interesting. I don't know. I don't really have a problem with personalized ads. If anything, I would like them if they're good, you know? 'Cause like if the algorithm knows me well enough and based off of the like recommended feed, they know what I want to watch. And sometimes they know what my baby niece wants to watch. But if I'm going to get an ad, I would want to be served an ad that I would actually want to buy from, you know? But, I don't know. I get the whole privacy thing, I guess. Okay, let's see here. It does not really matter which side I do this on, because there's a lot of space on both sides, but I'm going to go... At least I think this is trimmed for IPS. It looks like it based off of this side, but now I'm starting to think, is this not enough space? I don't know. Advertising is the devil. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys haven't seen already, I still have this for sale. RetroRemastered.com. I don't know, as someone who is in business, advertising is extremely important. I just don't like when ads are all in your face and intrusive, and if you die one time in a mobile game, you get an ad that's 30 seconds, and then it prompts you to close it like 3 different times. That's not cool. But and again, like I said, if they actually know me well enough and they serve me ads that I actually like and I actually buy, I don't care. I just don't want it to be shoved down my throat. And when there is a paid option to have no ads, I take it. So this is just not... I don't need to put this in yet. But... okay. This just isn't going in all the way? Why is this... huh. The middle tab just wasn't in all the way. This one good? Cool. Okay. Do the screen stuff. So I'm kind of a little out of order. Easy solution, don't die in a mobile game. Shouldn't you be doing work, Matthew? It's like you heard I was talking about you earlier and you came running. Also, tell Austin, I'm assuming you're at work, tell Austin that thanks for keeping me out of stock. I don't know if it's still your guys' fault since I was mentioned in the DK Oldies video, but that definitely jump-started it, that's for sure. I've had some shorts popping off lately, though, so I think it's a mix of both. Yes, I should. That's why I'm... wow, wasting your time here. Wow. Wow. In Austin's words, how dare you? When I made that reply to his tweet talking about the 13 mini or whatever phone it was. Oh my gosh. I knew he was gonna say how dare you. I almost like did a bunch of enters and then put how dare you just because I knew it, but I didn't. I should have. Oh gosh, let's get some flux out. I was talking about you because there was a guy in here with a check mark on his YouTube channel, and I was like, huh. And I was like, I don't remember seeing that on the This Is channel when you've taken that channel in here sometimes. And I think Austin's popped in the chat a couple times. I don't remember seeing the check mark on that either. So that's why I mentioned you. Easier solution, don't play video games since they're the devil. Is everything the devil to you? Mr. David Clark. Make sure that it's not touching the ground. It's not. Cool. Also, if you're wondering why I'm ever looking like this, that's because my phone is at an angle attached to my wall. So I can, well, so I'm supposed to be able to read what the notifications are, but it's not seeing my face for some reason. Thank you, Matt. I am glad it's popping off too. But then it keeps me from editing, and then I stay up till 5 in the morning editing. But I'm almost caught up now. That's not anybody's fault but my own. That was, well, is it really my fault that I got sick? I don't think so. I rarely leave my house, so I don't even know how I got sick. Actually, you know what? Before I even stick any of that down, I know that there's the bracket, but last time the bracket didn't work quite right. So I'm going to do the rest of this. Can't remember how I did it last time. Maybe I just messed up with using the bracket and I didn't do it right, but I'm just nervous to do it again and then have it super stuck down. So we'll at least do the soldering. Licking doorknobs. Where did this come from? I've never licked a doorknob in my life. That seems like something Austin would do, so. If he smells everything, I'm sure he licks things that he shouldn't lick. Okay. A scathing accusation. Why won't this stick? We're gonna add a little solder to the wire. There we go. Not the best, but it's a solid connection. Doesn't move. That's all that matters. Alright. I'm gonna leave those wires to solder at the end. Godspeed, Matthew. Thanks for dropping by. Okay. Now, what I'll do... Whoa, let's get the solder. Actually, I can put the solder away. I'm going to stick the screen lens down. I guess that way we can tell almost immediately if we need to trim this. Yeah, that's not really trimmed. It's not. I guess it's not that bad. I'd like to see that a little closer. It's like, it's so close, but just a hair, literal hair off in about every direction. But I don't think it's that noticeable. From an angle, you can see it, but there's also other shells that are the same way. So. Yo, Rux, what's up? Okay. Let's do this. We go like that. Plug it in. Make sure these wires aren't shorting on anything. Let's grab that. Apparently that was left on. What we're gonna do here. Dog. Shut up. You scared the crap out of me. And this is a pivotal moment. I don't know why this turned off. Seriously, why did this turn off? I'm like 90% sure I cleaned the power switch, but we can double check that in a minute. Okay. It looks like it's gonna be slightly off again. I'm not satisfied with this at all. I think, actually, oh, you know what? That's my fault. That's my fault. This little piece right there. Okay, one more. Whoa. One more dust spray. There we go. That's better. Okay. Whew. Could just be demon possessed. That is the dog. The lovely, lovely dog. Okay. B. A. Another thing that I do really like about Extreme Rain, I know I've complained about them a bit, but I really like the plastic, the hard plastic Start and Select. Because Start and Select are like the most common issues, in my opinion, for like what buttons won't press in properly. So being able to press it down with hard plastic makes it so much better. Plus, if I would like to be able to match all of the buttons. Like, there wouldn't be much of a need for colored membranes if all these pieces were plastic. Plus, you could do so many other cool things with a plastic Start and Select instead of a membrane one. Like all those cool ones that can't think of their name. Lab 15. I always think of Jelly Belly, but that's not their name anymore because Jelly Belly's sent them a cease and desist. But yeah, you could do all those style of buttons with the epoxy and stuff on the Start and Select and have it match, and then you don't have to have just a random rubber membrane that might match. Okay. About a month ago, I got involved with I Am Jackboy, and that network has been helping me out working on a certification that I plan to have done by the end of the week. Nice. Okay. Let's see. You should take a picture of Nugget next to a Game Boy and post it. I bet it would sell quickly. Maybe the next all-white one I'll do. Or if I do like a white one with... Oh, that would be funny. If I did an all-white Game Boy, but then made A and B black, and then put a picture of her right here, so the buttons lined up with her eyes. That would be funny. Soldering iron's not on. Okay. 7th inning stretch here. 2 hours in. Okay. And it's still not up to 300 degrees. Take a drink. Alright, there we go. Alright, soldering complete. Should have gotten one more piece of Kapton tape out. Oh well. I didn't know for sure if I was doing this one or not. But I'm just saying, 6 Game Boys restocked today. Even though I made 3 of them yesterday. That's 3 yesterday, 3 today, 2 on Saturday. I'm trying my best here, folks. Trying my best. The solder looks like I've been in the power switch. So I think maybe I just need the plastic around it and it'll keep it in the right spot. Because I clean all of these. And I don't think I took this from my pile of not working. So if we're still having issues, I'll just put the back half on and see. If we still have an issue, then we can go in and investigate before we button everything up. It seems as though we still have a bit of an issue. I'm still just like, I'm disappointed by the screen lens. Maybe since I have a ton of screen lenses, I'll use the other one, but I think it might cut it off a little too much. Ouch. We'll see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, power switch. Well, I guess before we go too further, let's test the buttons, make sure everything's good. A, B, right, left, down, up, right, left. Because it's not fully put together. There we go. A little harder to press on those. Start and select. And R and L. There we go. Okay. There's that. Take that apart. That over there. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I keep forgetting. Spacey today. Alright, let's open this bad boy up. Jam this in there. Why doesn't it want to poke through? There we go. Okay. Heat it up. I did not clean it. Huh. Or it got really dirty all of a sudden. Boom. Okay. How's my back doing? It's fine. It's really more my butt right now, even though I've got I'm sitting on a pad. Because I've turned my kitchen chair that I use into a padded seat that technically has lumbar support, but doesn't do much when you're leaning forward. Okay. Fiberglass pen. And when you have the light shine on it the right way, it's clean. But get in there a little bit more. Nice and shiny. Just make sure. I'm gonna just do like the tiniest little that just dribbled out. Okay. There we go. Is it not screwed on tightly? It's just leaking out. Okay. It's nice. Cool. And toothbrush. Haul up in there. Oh. Okay. I guess we can also. Oof. Drop that. That's not it. I don't need my flashlight. What I was trying to say is we can clean this up a little bit. Now everything should be perfect. We can. Where did I put that metal? Oh, there it is. Put this metal piece back where we found it. There. Cool. Everything's flat. Now we should be able to zoom out. Put those pieces back in. The reason why I didn't just go in and open it up first, I don't know if I explained this, but the reason I didn't just open it up first is because sometimes if you just push it, the little piece too far, that little piece we just cleaned, it will go back to the off position because it's not connecting anymore. And that's why, I mean, this one of the reasons why we have the extra piece of plastic for the power switch is because it'll keep it from going too far. But it's also so we can actually reach the power switch. And it's harder to break the actual power switch. Okay. Make sure we didn't screw anything up before we screw it up. Cool. I'm gonna grab the screen lens. Let's just A, B, right, left, down, up, right, left, start, select. It is very weird pressing a hard start and select though, even though I do like it. Okay, peel that off, and we're gonna suction cup this one off. Well, okay, well I'm gonna hold my horses real quick because, okay, it is glass lens, never mind. I was gonna say I'm not gonna do it if it's a plastic lens, but it is a glass lens. And another reason, or another thing, I didn't use the tape that's included with Extreme Rate because it's extremely sticky, and if I had any problems with lining it up, even though there is the bracket, it just doesn't, I don't know, it hasn't ever worked quite right for me. So I just wanted, if I would have had it off like I did, I didn't want to use that tape and then break the lens because it was so stuck to it. I don't don't know why I'm peeling that yet. Okay. I shouldn't have peeled that yet. That came off way too easy. Okay. Do one more spray. Actually, I want to turn this off. Remove that. So I would actually like to see the entire border of it. It looks nice. But, okay. I feel like it's just too cut off. Thankfully, I have a ton of these lenses, so that can just go in the garbage. I'm gonna go grab. Oh, actually, do I have any games I'm familiar with? There we go. I have a bunch of Japanese games around me, so. Oh. It's sunset on the Japanese one. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it, make sure it's not like cut off. It is. It does seem cut off. Because if you look at the, yeah, it's just cut off in general. Okay. It's more than just GBA mod parts. That was an old piece of writing I had there. These are glass. Or not glass, these are plastic. These are glass. This is another extreme rate one. Yeah, that's extreme rate. That one doesn't have a peel on it, so. Okay, we have all of these are old ones, and I still have another stack somewhere else that is just the same. There's a Game Boy Color in there, and a Game Boy Pocket, and another one that doesn't have a peel on it. Okay. We're gonna go with this one, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like I should swap to this one. Or I guess, I don't know, because I don't want to go in and trim the edges, because it's going to risk ruining it. I think I just put a new one of these down. I'd rather you be able to see the entire screen than to, and I'd rather you see the entire screen and not have anything, or have those things sticking out just ever so slightly, than have you have things cut off. Actually, I had a question about that too. Yeah, this is just not a big enough hole. disappointing. Okay. There's that. We will leave it like that. Call it a day. Well, we're gonna button it up. Oh, man. Okay. It's just how it goes sometimes. Pretty sure these are all Tri-Wing. I don't remember if... I think Extreme Rate might even be the company that does the same color, but it's Phillips head. No, okay. It's all Tri-Wing. Yeah, I mean, if I need a grid test, I have a grid test. I don't want to... I bother Natalie enough. I'm not going to take a chance on it. I'm just going to put it for cheaper than I was going to. Even though it's not that big of a difference. It's not that big of a deal. I don't like leaving Game Boys like this. Because I have a fairly high standard. But, like... one of the green DMG that I just had up for sale and it sold, I believe, on Thursday. When I was doing my pre-ship testing, it did not pass because start did not press down as well as I wanted it to. It pressed down and it worked, it just wasn't great. So I asked the customer if they wanted to get new color membranes, and they're like, yeah, thanks for going the extra mile. And I'm like, I feel like that was just good, like just normal. But I'll appreciate anyone saying that I went the extra mile. Have you built a Game Boy that can have GBA ROM them? I think I understand what you're saying. Like, that it can have ROMs built into them. Like, just have a digital library. Yes and no. It's just called using a flash cart. So, you can put all of your ROMs on an SD card and then put the SD card in a cartridge, a special cartridge, and then you put that cartridge into the Game Boy, and then you can have any Game Boy Advance game, any Game Boy game, any Game Boy Color game, and any NES game, because some of them emulate NES on it. Okay. Be careful, Jake. I said be careful. It just didn't sound good. You know what? A little bit of a gap there didn't hurt nobody. We're gonna leave it alone. It doesn't feel like I broke a screw post, and there's no visible damage, so we're gonna test the buttons again real quick. I'm missing it. There we go. Oh my gosh. DK Oldies is getting sued. See, like, that's why that's why I'm hesitant to continue, like, I don't know. Fear of being sued is a big one for me. It's because, like, anybody can just sue me for any stupid reason. Like, there's a reason why you have to put caution, contents may be hot, on a coffee cup. Because people are dumb and they can sue and win for anything. It's just like, I could do everything 100% right, by the book, be a good person, and if someone has a big enough problem with me, they can take me to court and potentially even win. These are the flaws of the legal system. Now, it's one thing that, like, being held accountable and being able to be held accountable by any layman is nice. It's a good thing. But the abuse of the power is just scary. But I don't know. I don't agree with DK Oldies. I don't like what they've done. I don't think that they should be able to call what they do refurbishing. I don't think that you need to replace every capacitor and every little piece and do all these tiny things that aren't incredibly necessary to replace to call it refurbished. But I don't think that they really did enough to call it refurbishing. I think they just resold consoles for the most part. Maybe replace the screen lens on a Game Boy, but you don't even have to open a Game Boy to do that. But I don't know if it's sue worthy, but I don't know what the lawsuit's about. So I don't know. McDonald's getting sued because someone spilled coffee on themselves and sued them because they didn't say that it was hot coffee when they ordered a hot coffee. Yeah, man. I don't know, that's just the example I always look to. Happens way more than you think. But anyways, I'm going to list this one, and I'm going to put it at... This is a UV print, so I'd normally put it at UV print price of $200. I'm not as satisfied with this, so this will be at non-UV print price. Actually, I think I have an old listing for a wood Game Boy. Oh, I don't for the Advance. Interesting. Okay. So, if you're wanting it, get ready. Duplicating the listing of the pink one and just changing it. Wood. And if you do want this one and you would rather have the screen lens on it that cuts the screen off so you don't, but then you don't see the white, then I can put that on for you too. So I'm gonna peel it. Take the game out. There we go. That is that. Yeah, it's only in America that you can be sued for any stupid reason. I don't know if it's only America, but wow, I didn't even put up the picture yet and you wanted it that bad. Okay. Well, I assume you've been here. If you're in the chat, if you'd like me to swap it to the one last extreme rate shell that will cut off parts of the screen, let me know. I'll do it. whatever screen lens you prefer, I will install. Oh man, I need to get up and stretch for a second while I wait for an answer, potentially. Ugh. Yeah, lawsuits sometimes are just what we call slap lawsuits in the US. It's only meant to cost one party a lot of money and make them an example. Yeah, I don't want to be an example. Oh man, okay. Now you're good? Leave it like this? Alright. If you change your mind, email me. I'll probably pack it up tonight, maybe tomorrow. I was just too late on the last one. No worries. I prefer when people buy them immediately. Actually, I just prefer when people buy them. No problem. Thank you. Thank you, Tobias. Thank you to, oh, I forget the name of the person who bought the SNES one. Oh, that's why I forget it. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say your name. If you would like to teach me, I would love to learn. But since that's sold, we have still for sale these guys right here. If you want anything pink or some pockets, there you go. That's what we have for sale currently. And whoa, trying to not sit on my foot anymore. Join the Discord, yes, that's a good thing to shout out. Which I shouted out in the video if you didn't notice. But that is it for this stream. Thank you all for hanging out for 2.5 hours. Man, remember when the wood one was supposed to be a quick one an hour ago? Alright. It's not real wood, by the way. It's plastic. It's a UV print. But, alright. Thank you all for watching. I am gonna go chillax for a moment before I get back on the grind. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. Depends on if any of these guys sell. If 3 of the 4 of these sell, I'll probably stream tomorrow. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. There's so much more room to swing my arm in this setup than this other setup.